Greetings and welcome to the Amazon Improv Show, where everything on this stage tonight is completely improvised. My name is Syl.
I'm Eve.
And I'm Kendra.
And improvising with us are Kat and Amanda on lights and sound.
They're in the house again this evening. This set was created, inspired, and created by the amazing, Kendra and Chris. Thank you for helping. Jennifer Alexander.
If you've been to the Grange before and seen our shows, you know that these walls are just white. And Jennifer was laying in bed one night and thought, oh, I know I can do something. And so she created these brown strips that can be Chris Payne's pen. And here we are. Tudor England. So grateful. All right, so tonight we're going to do one long story in the style of Shakespeare. Wow. Yes, we'll have 2 acts. There'll be a 15-minute intermission in between. You have a good time.
Okay, and just to get the bard in the room, why don't you go ahead and shout out some titles of his movies, I'm kidding, plays that Shakespeare has written.
12 Years!
Hamlet.
Bears.
What?
Comedy Bears.
Comedy Bears, thank you very much, yes?
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. And in those plays and Shakespeare stories, what are some of the elements, those conventions that we come to expect and love?
Twins. Separated twins.
Separated twins. There was something
Drama.
Drama.
Death.
Trauma, death.
Star-crossed lovers.
Star-crossed lovers.
Go to the forest.
Country.
Life
the
is
forest.
The forest?
Yeah,
yes,
forest.
for sure.
Yes.
Fairies.
Bush fairies. Yes.
dramatic death.
Dramatic death. Kings
There
and
you are,
queens.
Jennifer. You just
Wonderful.
missed getting called out for the set. Yay, Jennifer!
We were clapping for you. Excellent. All right.
I
Good.
think we have
that's it.
we'll just do that.
Yeah,
We'll do
good.
that. We got it all.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so to get us started, we're going to come to you for a few suggestions and then we'll go. First of all, I would like a form of nature, something that's happening in nature.
Shipwreck storm.
A shipwreck storm, thank you.
A shipwreck storm. Okay. Cool. And as you walk out into nature and you think about that world and so what is an image from nature?
Bird's nest.
Fields of flowers.
Bird's nest, I heard.
All right.
Nice.
All right, my friends. The task is on us now to come up with the title of tonight's play. A play that is yet to be written by Shakespeare. Go ahead.
The pastoral comedy of.
Love's labor that ends well.
Love's labor that ends well. What did you
The
say?
pastoral comedy of.
The pastoral comedy of
The Cardinal sings.
I heard Love's Labor start first, and I wanted to tune into that, but I was trying to mash these two up. Let's go with Love's Labor. Say yours again.
Pastoral comedy.
Can we say?
I thought we say love's labor that ends well, the pastoral comedy.
Yes, that's what I was hoping we could mash them up since they sort of did this thing in my brain, and I'm just bringing you along. Can we do it? Yes.
Okay.
So
It's Love Labor's Lost that ends well, a pastoral comedy. Love it. Love it. I mean, it rolls off the tongue. It is as though it has been written.
It's one of the lost plays. We found it. Let's review, shall we?
So to review, there will be a storm and a shipwreck.
Okay. There will also be a bird's nest.
Separated twins.
You know that the name of this play that we are about to perform for you tonight is Love Labor's Lost that ends well, a pastoral comedy. I'm going to go look up what that means.
Right. Okay.
All right, so here we go. Sit back, relax, thank you for your suggestions, and enjoy the first act of Love's Labor's Lost that ends well, a pastoral comedy. I come in peace. For thou seems to be the only survivor of this shipwreck, for all has perished.
Saint is not so.
Or have drowned I have not seen, or have swum away.
No, surely I am not the only one who has survived this night, for there were so many upon the ship that they cannot all be perished.
Many a brave man have seen the end of their lives.
I mean, my heart doth break in twain to think of all the life and loves that are now lost.
Did thou have a love on board?
I did. And now surely he sleeps with Neptune's daughters and will breathe no more. Oh, my sweet Antonio.
Who beest thou, Antonio, to you?
My betrothed.
A husband?
Not quite, sir. But intended to be so, for we were promised to each other as children, and even then did our friendship grow, and as we grew into something larger, a love that knew no bounds until it came upon this boundary of death.
Thus, the very sea salt water have taken away thy love in thy life. Call me Rinaldo, for I shall be thy friend, for there is no one else.
I thank thee, friend Rinaldo, for thy attention and service and thy care of me.
I am but a sailor. However, I'm alive.
And grateful you should to be so. And I wished one of your friends had survived and I had perished in the sea, for I am lost without my love. And what will become of me?
And I am lost without my captain and my shipmates and my ship. What will become of me, my lady? Tut tut, enough for now. We shall find shelter and dry clothes.
Mary, that would be, well, I am called Celia.
Celia,
Rinaldo.
perhaps the very sun will dry thy clothes.
Perhaps.
I know not what to say, for I have just lost my friends along this way.
Mayhap we walk along this beach and try to find some sustenance for our husks of this body when our hearts will not mend.
I know in times like these, help does come. One does not know how, but comes it will.
I pray to Jove that what you speak is true, for in this moment it seems there is no hope.
Oh, milady, don't lose hope, for I am grateful that thou art alive, and for that, have hope.
Fight, for my master shall be very upset. For I was to turn the sea, to tip the ship and bring forth Cecilia and Antonio to this beach to be wed before my master. Nay, not Cecilia and Arnaldo, or whoever that was. Oh, fight me, for I have one but not two of who I were to bring to this beach, to this ocean, to this sea, for maybe he will not know, for how can he know such humans, for he has not been amongst them in so long, for I shall tell him, yes, both Cecilia and Antonio have hence come forth to this beach, and so forth my job is finished. Oh, your lord!
What hast thou done?
Your lord, I hath created a great storm. Did thou seest?
I did.
Did thou see the thunder, the claps? By Jove's hands I brought them to you.
And the thunder and the claps were very nice.
And the rain, sir. It swirled about my master as though glittering his ever-loving face.
Yes.
One that
Indeed, it doth fall from the heavens like rain does.
For
I have stood and heard thy monologue, in which thou didst exclaim that thou did not bring Antonio and the maid together, yet Rinaldo?
My lord, I should say a ship with many people. 'Tis hard to pick two amongst all of them, for they were scattered about the ship, running amok on the deck, and all of them in the same garment. You can see my mistake.
This I can see.
For did I not bring you one man, one woman?
Yes, but specificity is your downfall. Blabber.
'Tis true. For blabbing is what I like to do, and blabbing itself is a bit messy, my lord.
And why Blabber is thy name. For dear Blabber, thou shalt fix this,
Oh, my lord, of course, of course.
and I shall give thee one more chance.
'Tis all I need.
Mistakes are gifts. Thou shalt find Antonio, would he were alive, and bring him thus.
And my lord shall forgive thee? Me?
I shall, and you shall have your freedom, if thou'st makest this right.
Antonio! What luck that we, you and I, the captain of this ship that now sinks beneath the very sea, have survived this storm. Why, I'm sure 'tis only me and thee.
'Tis true, Captain Barricchio. It is just you, Captain Barricchio, and I, Antonio. For I have traveled thus amongst the island. I am sure I have walked all around and seen no one.
'Tis true as an island, you say.
All I have seen is but land and water around. No more do I see land without water stopping it. Forgive me, sir, Captain. I fear that without, not only have I lost the ship and all the men and the many lives, but I fear that my heart too has been ripped out of my chest, for with the ship tossed was my love. Cecilia,
The Lady Cecilia, 'tis true.
we were to be wed.
Do not give up hope, Antonio, for while we do survive, mayhap some others from the ship do as well. I did see Celia holding on to a broken bit of mast.
Aye, a strong woman she is. I should imagine she held on to her dear life, and when that mast doth fall into the water, she float upon it until land, for that is what keeps me awake, or asleep, or at ease.
Thou knows not thy own mind, so stricken with grief thou
I
art.
fear I have struck
And
my head
I
with
too
my fault.
have suffered a great loss. My crew, my men, my sweet Ronaldo. My men, sailors, all. But here we stand, Antonio, you and I. We must see what we can find upon this island. Surely there is some sustenance here that will keep us present while we continue our search, though it be fruitless.
I I shall perish before I finish searching. I have started gathering wood for a fire, and I will build a shelter. We shall stay here and hunt for food and do what we can until we can do no more.
I see on yonder tree a bird's nest. I shall climb it. Perhaps we shall have eggs to cook upon your fire.
And a bird's roast for dinner.
I return anon.
I'm a simple man. I do watch the sheep. The sheep do watch me. An exchange made in heaven. For this life is life for me. Some wish to be sailors. Not I. Didst thou see the storm last night? It doth wreck many a lives and many a ship. But for me, I stand safe in my pasture, watching my sheep.
What sayest thou, people? I have brought thy lunch for thee.
Ah, the fair Phoebe.
How does thy sheep do? They look well.
And my sheep look well at me.
As well they should, for thou dost look quite well.
I thank thee, dear Phoebe. I am a simple man, but I do catch innuendo.
And you who?
'Tis not a matter to be discussed at the moment. You brought food.
Yes, people, I did bring thee lunch for. I have brought thee cakes and wine, and I shall have thee feed.
This is a treasure, larger than my imagination could concoct. For I shall set down my staff, and I shall join thee in what is known as a picnic.
Oh, people, thy flock does look well. Surely thou art the most talented shepherd in all the land.
Indeed. It is wonderful to hear such words from your mouth.
Dost thou not like the food I brought thee?
I thought we were talking about sheep. I do like thy food that you brought me, if you be. For
I shall watch thee eat.
like the sheep watch me.
And you do watch the sheep, and I watch thee. And so us three shall thrice watch and enjoy what there is to be had.
I feel very looked upon. This cheese, well, is very fine.
Aye, Mary, 'tis. Dost thou smell?
It is not a smell I enjoy. I enjoy it very much.
'Tis money, is it not?
Tis fancy. 'Tis wonderful.
I thank thee, people, for thy compliments.
Oh, dear Phoebe.
Dost thou have anything thou would like to ask me?
How is your sheep?
My sheep are well, people. They doth graze upon yonder meadow, as thou canst see. For when I stand on my hillside and look over to thine, didst thou not see me lay?
The sheep are quite beautiful and doth have the eyes of angels.
You speak of my sheep?
I am a simple man. I do. For I think they served me well.
I am glad for it. I shall return to my sheep, people. I hope you enjoy this repast.
Freeze! For 'tis I, Blubber, on my way to find the fair Antonio. And what do I find here but a simple shepherd man and the sweet Phoebe? For she doth dote upon him, and he doesn't see her past his own sheep. If I'm devising a spell to bring two people together, perhaps I should bring more together. For I shall secrete myself behind this sheep over here and see how it falls pat from here. I shall use what I learn to bring these two together in a love match. I do love love.
I must away, people. I hope to see thee on the morrow.
Goodbye then, Phoebe.
'Tis true. My heart doth pine for the very people that doth stand over yonder. He does not return my affection, and yet I have no choice but to love him true. And so, off I go, the day to rue.
I love you. Too late.
We have a fine campsite here. We shall make a merry home of this place if we find no one else, and this is where we live our lives out. 'Tis fine.
Antonio, I have brought more firewood.
Yes. For it will get cold, and we will want to warm ourselves by it.
Thou didst cook the eggs quite well.
Well, I spent many a day in the kitchen on the ship, spoke with the cook, peeling potatoes and watching.
I am surprised to hear this from a gentleman such as you, that thou didst stay with the cook under quarters.
I find sea air a bit squeamish. It's very fishy, if you will. I prefer under the cabins, where the smells of soup and stew do arise. Truth be told, I am afeard of the sea, and for I have no fear of flame.
I did wonder.
But it is the sea that I am afeard. 'Tis why I agreed to go on this ship, to face my fear, for I wanted to show my sweet Cecilia that she marries a man, not a child, not a boy afraid of water.
I am to that end, and so you and the fair Cecilia traveled forth upon my ship, from Milan to...
Verona.
Yes, I marry. And yet, you were unchaperoned?
'Twas our first journey together. We were chaperoned by the crew. We were not
'Tis
alone.
true.
It
We
was-
made quite sure of that. But what business in Verona did you have?
That is where my mother is. I wanted her to be there as I wed, to stand by and meet my wife, Cecilia.
Ah, so this was a journey to the church by way of water.
It is true, a baptism of sorts, if you will.
Aye. And yet, not a baptism, but a drowning. I'm sorry to speak of thy grief again, and yet my heart cannot far veer, though I try to make merry and find some hope. Again, I find myself feeling the depth of loss for those sailors.
You are a fine captain. If they were lost at sea, they were lost at sea with joy, for they knew a man like you was one to die for. For every man on that ship was a seaman.
Aye, but yes,
Do they not love the sea?
verily it should have been my death. One of them should live ere I perish, and yet I am left upon this beach with thee, which is small consolation for what my duty and honor does call of me. I shall walk into the sea even now. I shall perish myself. I go.
Stay, speak not. Stay with me. I cannot see another life lost to the sea. For I shall walk in the fire and burn to a flame, and then where will we be? One soaked, one fried. No.
'Tis true, I cannot leave thee alone.
No, a captain must stay with the ship, and I am still alive, for I am still a passenger on your ship, so with me you must stay.
Sarah, you say that you are my ship.
I am what is left of your ship.
And so in friendship shall we continue.
We shall.
Dear Celia, what great fortune have we upon this beach have seen a chest that has washed up upon this shore. For we shall open it and find, just as I expected, clothing of men, of course now dead, but clothing nonetheless. For I have devised a plan.
Pray tell me.
There is a village close by, if my memory serves, and once we are in that village, you must not be a maid, for one cannot travel alone and have safety.
And surely my reputation to be seen even traveling with thee. One would question what might have come forth between us, and so while you have been most honorable, sir, and my gratitude unfolds even now, 'tis true I shall acquaint myself with these men's clothes and adorn myself so that I may present myself as a youth, a young youth whose beard has not yet come.
And there's a variety of sizes here. We shall look for small.
Marry, shall we? 'Tis a large island indeed, is it not, sir?
'Tis a large island indeed. 'Tis a larger ocean.
Aye.
Aye.
'Tis true, and my grief, though like a drop into the ocean, feels as though
These be small.
I shall behind this tree.
Fear not, for I am a friend. And have no attraction for the female form. And how does one say that when one has just suffered a shipwreck? Thou dost look.
Dost thou know me?
Yeah.
Dost thou know me?
Had you not spoke with thy voice, I would expect to see a youth walking through me, a young
It
lad.
is strange to wear breeches and a doublet. I must say 'tis true. It invites much more freedom of movement than one is used to as a maid.
Oh, indeed. Let us take lessons of walking. Walking like a man. For thou must not be revealed as woman in men's clothes. One must inhabit the countenance and the masculinity of man.
Aye.
Aye. Shall we begin? Think not of who thou wert, for thou art someone new.
A name. I need a name, for Cecilia will not serve me thus.
No, something, Cecil?
Hi,
Hi.
Cecil.
Simple enough. Cecil.
Will serve. It will serve. I shall take on Cecil.
Walk thus. kickest thou thy foot?
My Mary, I shall. 'Tis good, is it not?
It is very good. Thou lookst as if thou hast walked all the one's life.
'Tis true, Mary, when I do watch a youth or man walk, this is the very gait in which they stride with.
That is why I have the lesson.
Mary, in my father's court, did I see a man who did walk with even more
Swagger?
swagger and as if it was punctuated by his very knees, thus.
Aye.
But 'tis too much for Cecil.
Too much for Cecil.
There was another man did live within my father's court who did lead with toes, thus. But he was not very merry.
Cecilia, thou must make a choice that does not draw much attention to thyself.
It's true. A common walk, an everyday walk, one that a youth might have as he walks into the village.
I, and with a bit more confidence, for thou wast born with privilege. Remember that.
Aye, Mary, 'tis very different from a maid's.
Thou must walk as if one owns the very ground it walks on.
Oh, dost thou walk the earth this way?
Aye.
All men do.
Aye. For the earth is here for me to walk on.
And yet it stinks the very air of pure entitlement. I shall try.
Own the earth. How you can do this?
Ronaldo, 'tis strange indeed.
Come, Cecil, to town. We shall walk along the way, and it will become natural to you shortly.
Whither we go?
Tis a town, every town has a tavern, does it not? And it is my tavern that you are in, that is right. My name is Tay, Tavern Lady. And this is my tavern in the town. Anyone new in this town comes through this tavern and I see them fit to go through the rest of the town, for they must check through me first. And I am not an easy checkpoint.
Ronaldo, we have come upon a tavern.
It is a tavern, 'tis every man's right to drink in a tavern.
I am quite hungry, 'tis true. Will we be able to feed here?
Precisely. We shall get food and drink.
So, who doth cross my threshold?
Doth me, Ronaldo, and Cecil.
Greetings! Greetings!
Ah, come in, sit down. They both doth look like they meant to be here, as if they own the place. I know they're good men then. Have a seat then.
Dost thou have bread?
Aye, I've the best bread from here to...
And ale?
Aye, I have ale, I have bread. Would you like a little of both?
Should we ask yon barmaid about the shipwreck? Perhaps some other survivors have come into town.
Do not ask.
What say thee? Why take a conference on such a simple
Ah,
question?
sweet lady, we but do compliment thee amongst ourselves.
For thou must see many comings and goings of men.
Many I. They come through my tavern, for I spot every man that comes through here, for I am the gatekeeper into this town.
Aye, Mary, you are. The shipwreck. Dost thou see sailors?
I have heard such a tale, but yet not seen sailors come through here, merely farmers such as yourself, or sailors don't come this far into land. They are too bound to sea.
Or buried beneath its depths.
Allergies.
Strange men indeed.
I thank thee, wench. I say, Ronaldo, should we not perhaps find some employment in this village while we wait for news of perhaps more survivors of the wreck?
Employment is a fine idea. Eat some bread, for thou must maintain one's strength. Like a man. Wench, what be thy name?
T is my name.
Tay.
Tay. Tay, depends on how you pronounce it. What can I do you for? Is there anything I can get you, sweetie?
Might there be some stew?
I can bring you stew. Would you like a bowl, my love?
I marry.
It's very hot.
I do not mind stew that is tepid, lady.
Oh, a strong man like you can handle it, can he not?
What sayest thou?
You are doing well.
Just keep up this disguise for some time.
I thank thee, lady. You are most gracious in your service.
Shall I feed thee?
Nay, I can manage.
Of course.
Wench, more meat here. Take pleasure at your visage.
Ay, Mary, she doth.
She doth.
'Tis not for smiles that thou shouldst.
I put a little bit of an extra topper on there for you, my love. Yours is good too.
She doth love you.
And what say I to that? For it will not serve her nor me.
Thou art a fine man. It is our test. You have passed. For eat up, and another day we will go along the way.
Long have I labored for my love of feeble. I mean, since we were but babes, that I did look upon him with cheer. For when I do spend the day with my sheep, as I do even now, my sheep doth roam this field.
What ho, Babel? Dost thou see thy maid?
'Tis the maid I spoke of.
Yes, and where is her love?
She doth dote on a man who doesn't know she is alive.
Dear Babel, thou must bring him here and get them joined.
How does these humans procreate without our assistance, my lord? It is so clear that she loves this man, and yet he does not return her favor. in front of her, but
Oh, sweet you. Thou is not plagued with affairs of the heart. No, thou dost have thy round visit thee, and then thou dost procure little lambs, while I dost speak and try and labor hard upon my love for feeble, and now I fear that all is lost.
Babble.
He shall never love me.
See thou there, that flower. Fetch it. Dost thou know what this is?
'tis a flower, my lord.
Indeed, but not just a flower. This very flower will bring the love together, for thou must blow on it, and it will bring her to him,
And him to her.
for he shall begin to see. The first thing that he sees shall be her, shall be his love. But blow on him, and he shall wake up and see his love.
I shall do thee proud, my lord. I shall go find thee youth who is asleep and blow this flower upon his face.
For thy freedom depends on it.
Shall I bring him thus, henceforth to the lady?
You shall find him sleeping in the meadow.
Antonio, sleep thou there in this meadow. I will fetch more food.
Thank you, sweet friend, for I am very tired. What is this? For there are two lords on this land. For if I were to make a mistake once more, no freedom for me. And yet, here I am, two choices. One, a mistake. One, correct. I shall both put blow upon his face and his, and we shall see what falls thus. See your love as she is. Love her thus. See your love as she is, and love her thus.
But soft, I do come to bring lunch to feeble, and yet there is a lord here upon the ground. I shall wake him first, as he is closest. Lord, good Lord, art thou well? Dost thou but sleep? Perhaps thou art hurt?
Am I dead?
Oh, I me no.
Am I?
'Tis but me, Phoebe, a shepherdess, and I doth wake thee as I go.
Are you a lord shepherd, or is thou an angel?
Now truly, sir, I say I am but a maid, a shepherdess.
You are but an angel, for I awoke and
Thou dost dream still, sir, believe me.
thou doth I do dream, for a dream has come to life and has laid her hands upon me to wake me to this lovely day.
I
And you
say
shall.
to thee, sir, that Oh, feeble, there dost thou liest.
Oh, beautiful,
Say not.
magnificent, angelic love. The clouds upon the heaven do not shine as bright as thou dost shine.
Speak not, thou vile heathen, for I shall fight for my love.
What be this villain?
I challenge you to a duel. My love for you and I shall fight for the love of this fair lady.
Ha! I laugh at you, for this lady does love me, and I love her. I love her for forever and ever, from the depths of hell, from the depths of heaven, for the depths of the ocean.
To the depths of hell you shall go!
I say thee no, sir.
I shall
Feeble?
fight thee to thy death.
I say thee enough.
Does the
Thou dost both vex me mightily. For thou dost proclaim love from nothing. Thou now showers flowery speeches upon mine ear when thou before would not even focus thine eyes upon my face. I say you mock me both, and I say thee nay, for I shall to my sheep away.
And I shall follow her upon this day.
and I shall follow thee and stop you from high.
I say, Ronaldo,
Yes, good. Cecil.
yes, that I do feel weary. Perhaps we can stay in this inn for, say, a rest.
A rest. A very good idea. For my feet are weary as yours.
A short rest would do me well. 15 minutes, say.
15-minute nap would be fine.
Perhaps others in the world would like a brief respite from our words that do tumble out with such delight.
Perhaps. And so we shall come back in 15 minutes.
In 15 minutes we shall resume to tell our story with much humor.
Rebalancing here.
Yeah, what is going on?
Reset. What were the players doing before we left?
So at intermission, we go backstage and we get out our clipboard and we review what has happened. And part of that is talking about
Who's playing what?
Who's on stage, who's playing what.
Yes.
Yes. And we don't plan ahead,
No.
but we review what has already been
What do we
established.
know? What do we know? That's it. Yeah.
And what we know is who we are, we think. So what we're going to do is we're going to each list who we've been playing, and y'all are going to help us a little if we've forgotten anyone or we get it wrong. So I am playing Babel. Oh, Babel. Tay, T, Tavern Lady, and Antonio.
I am playing Celia, who is now going by Cecil, Captain Rapio. Okay, cool. And Phoebe, the shepherdess.
All right. And I am playing Ronaldo and the Lord of the Island, which is not really named yet. Like the Oberon character or Prospero, one of those characters. And Feeble, the shepherd. A simple man.
A simple man. Okay, so obviously we have no idea what's going to happen, and so we are in fact going to ask you of all of these characters to pick two of them to see a scene between to start off the second half. So what two characters would you like to see a scene between to start the second half of Love's Labour's Lost that ends well, a pastoral comedy?
The Captain in Babel.
Say it again, I'm not even like...
The Captain in Babel. Captain Ronaldo.
Oh. Again, I don't know.
No, I know.
make a call.
I will say we did hear Captain and Babel first.
And we must-
Did we?
go with
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Yes,
Because I just
that
heard
was
a
what I
wash
heard.
and I was like,
Yeah.
ah,
That was
Captain
the
and
clearest
Babel.
thing I heard first.
Captain and Babel.
We'll gladly take the stage.
I know we
Gladly.
all want to see Captain and Ronaldo too, so maybe that.
But sit back and enjoy Act 2
I mean, at some point.
of our play.
We're doing this.
Yeah.
We're acting out this play.
Yeah. Neat.
Okay. All right.
Captain and Babel. And I shall go off for coffee.
I do walk upon this island, even now, searching, hoping to see some remnant of my ship, or perhaps, blessed be, a survivor of my crew. Could it only be the sweet Ronaldo? For I would trade my very life for him to again walk upon this earth. A lad, a man of such promise.
Say thee, there, good man.
Oh, I pardon thee, I did not see thee there. Forsooth, I hope you did not overhear my speech.
I just came upon you, for I thought I was alone.
As did I beseech you, who art thou? I even now am lost upon this island, washed up from the sea after a shipwreck. I did not know it was peopled with others.
Why, yes, this island houses a village. There are many people here, for you are among merry men and women. My name is Babel, and I am the...
Babel, 'tis a strange name indeed.
'Tis a strange island. For on this island many wonders do appear, and I imagine you have felt that here?
'Tis true, this island is filled with wonders. Why, in every tree there is a nest filled with eggs, as if it were there just to serve my belly.
You are a captain.
I pardon thee for not telling you who I am. Yes, I am captain of the sunken ship out in the sea. Perhaps you saw the storm that did break upon the very cliffs
Aye.
2 days hence.
I was a ferocious storm, was it not?
Yes, I could not say where it came from. I am an experienced captain, and though I know how to read the water and the sky, I did not see that storm in the future. 'Twas as if the very fates converged and brought it down upon our mast.
So out of nowhere, you least expected it.
Aye,
You were caught off guard, were you?
'tis true and terrible, for many men were lost, dead and drowned.
Very sad, of course. I would never celebrate such revelries, but you never know. Perhaps those men were washed ashore. For this
And
island
that is
is...
my hope, for it is only I and one survivor, Lord Antonio, who doth walk upon the beach. I search for more food to bring back to our camp.
I know this island quite well. I shall help thee. And you are a captain, are you not?
I am, or so I was when I had a ship to be captain of.
I have a question. As a captain, you are a leader, per se a master.
Aye.
Do you have a first mate? Someone who you give orders to and they do your bidding?
I did. The sailor Ronaldo was my first mate, and more than one to serve me or do my bidding, but a friend, a true friend, and closest to my heart.
You speak of your first mate with such words of love and tenderness. If your first mate, that is who does your bidding, if they were to beseech you or perhaps make mistakes upon thy orders, muddle them up, if you will. By no means their own faults, for fate, as you will, comes out of nowhere, and we cannot
Mammal,
see.
thou art well named.
it is so. I have been told thus, for words they do fall from my mouth quite well.
Fall they do, as if a very stream doth go forth and will reach the ocean any moment.
I will ask thee straight, for I have a captain. For words as such, a captain he is to me. And I fear that I have twice mistaked his orders. And I fear that I am not to be forgiven. And I thought perchance, if I were to speak to you and get from you a word that I might be forgiven. For if you were to forgive one who takes your orders and makes mistakes, perchance my lord might do the
Thou
same.
tongue doth carry on as if thou hast no stock upon it. I say to thee, any kind master expects a mistake, a misstep. 'Tis part of what to be human is. We cannot take that and punish it unless it is done with malice. And I do not think that you are a malicious person, even as I know thee not well.
Malice.
If thy master does not treat thee well, then it is thy master and not thyself that needs to heal.
Your words do comfort me, for they slow the words and thoughts in my head and make me see peace. For I fear that my master may not forgive me, and I understand now that it is possible.
I will ask thee a question in return, now that I have answered thine.
Yes.
Hast thou, in thy circling of this island that thou knowest so well as thou hast said, seen any hide nor hair of any of my shipmates?
I shall, for you, travel around with my sights set and steady, set and ready, all of that, to spy your men, and I shall gather them, and with a cord ring them up and bring them to thee. You shall see it fall pat. I shall do it, and after that I shall, by my Lord, make things right as well, for you have given me hope that Babel can do right, can right wrongs. Mistakes are gifts.
Surely there is some magic upon this island that even now this Babel does say he will wind up my crew and bring them hither. I shall see what will unfold and go hither.
Where be Babel? Where be the fair Celia? Where be this Antonio? That thou shalt be wed on this island. Their journey was to take them to Milan, to his mother's. And yet, my desire is for them to be married here on this island. Dear Celia, when she be a babe, I loved her as a daughter. My brother, in court, doth have conflict with me, for he doth call me thief, liar. I am not so, for he doth judge me for my interest in supernatural things. I am but a student, and yet have now become a master, for I have now cloistered myself on this island, for this is the only peace I know, and yet my daughter, my niece, Celia, does now wed. Shall I not have some joy in seeing this lamb who has grown into a large, beautiful, powerful woman be wed here at my home? For her mother, my brother's wife, there has been a conflict. He doth put me on this island for a reason. I shall say this. Only if there were some test of paternity that we could finally see that Celia's not my niece, but my daughter. The very bouncy baby at my foot. She doth love me like a father, until I was banished to this island, where I have made a world for myself. I can be king here. But shall I be denied great family relations? Methought in my youth, I care not. But now, as I see it before me, this woman of 18 years to be wed to a gallant man. Shall I be denied family?
Ronaldo, now that we have become confident in each other, mayhap thou hast some questions as to why I was upon that ship with my beloved Antonio with no escort from the court. And I say to thee, for I feel it is only fair to say to thee the truth now that we have a bond of friendship.
It is true, we are quite friends.
Yes, that I did run from the court. 'Tis true.
Not just run from the court.
Antonio and I did elope without my father's blessing, for when my mother died but 6 months ago, my father, or so I called him, did begin to look upon me with a disdainful eye and treat me unwell, and then he did betroth me to someone who was not to my liking, nor to my fitting, nor to anything that it was old.
Lady, this news, your story doth make me so sad.
And Antonio, a brave and truthful, honorable youth, though he did work in the kitchen, he worked well and is of good parentage. And 'twas then that we would meet over a bowl of porridge or sweet breads that he would make for me, or marzipan. And 'twas there that he did win my heart, and I discovered even more the truth and honor of him, and in love we fell and made this plan to escape to the land of his birth. Now I have told all. Now I can only imagine that my father does think me dead and will now release me from any pursuit, which would be good news indeed, were it not that I have lost my dear Antonio.
Forgive me, Cecil, this story of yours breaks my heart into a million pieces, for thou dost tell me that thou hast fled thy home after your mother has had the eternal wink and sleeps for thus 6 months. For upon her death your father doth show you disdain.
He did turn against me. Verily, he said, I am not thy father. And I say to him, if thou art not, then what sayest thou, my lord? And he did spin a tale of a brother that I sometime remember in a dream as kind, but when I think of my childhood, he was not there past, say, the age of 3?
'Tis a mystery to me. What you tell me is a tragedy. For now you say that Antonio came upon your way to bring you to this island to be wed
Nay, to his mother's.
in Milan.
Aye.
Aye.
But shipwrecked here we are, and now no Antonio and no home, and now I must reinvent myself as this attractive youth.
My heart grieves for you, lady, for Antonio, be he gone. I am sad.
As am I. And so I to bed, to drown in my tears.
Oh.
Good morrow, good night.
Good morning. Good night.
Tis true, Tay. Feeble and another gentleman did put compliments upon me as if I were a paragon of virtue and beauty, which I know I am not. For people that barely look upon me even to this day, and now he doth swear that I am a goddess, that I am his love. And another gentleman who I have never laid eyes upon does pull his sword to fight feeble
Hi.
to be my love.
Hi, May.
They do make merry of me. I am quite vexed with them both.
Hi. Why, you are quite a saucy wench, are you not? Too many fight upon me for you.
A saucy wench I am not. I am but a shepherdess whose heart doth belong to people, but even now he mocks me thus.
Cry not, my sweet, for you have 2 men who want to win your heart. For I have none. I have none, for I cannot pay a man to take my heart. For I must keep it myself thus, and you have 2. Be not sad, dear sweet love. For this is what youth is about. Youth is about going on and thinking you love thus, and he loves her, and her loves him, and he loves he, and she and they, and all is thus. You will find your way.
Oh, I mean, here comes the gentleman now.
Say, hide behind the bar and get yourself ready to serve some mead. I shall keep them busy. Me first. Me first. No, me first. Please, don't mind, gentlemen. You go. Vivian. You there. Have you seen a beautiful, lovely, glorious, beautiful, poetic horse?
No, woman, lady,
A maid. A maid, a lovely maid.
a lovely maid who will love only a shepherd.
A maid who was made for me.
A maid who deserves a good, simple man.
A maid who deserves a man who is simple and thus complex and cooks.
Have you seen her?
Aye. A maid doth bring 2 men such as yourselves to my pub, and have I seen her? Is she me? Aye, sweet lady, and she is not, for you could be her older sister. Aye, a kind one you are. For please have a seat, and I shall bring you some ale. And if your sweet maid is to come through, she will come through, for my tavern is where everyone comes.
I shall not sit, because I know that she will come and she will see me stand. I shall stand here for her love.
I shall kneel at the ready to propose.
Good morrow, tavern lady. have rented from thee, and do want to break my fast. Hast thou some pie or porridge that I might have?
Yes, I have your porridge. It's been waiting for you. Would you like your ale with it this morning like yesterday?
Ale, breakfast, aye. That is what a man would have.
For men love their ale and porridge.
Good day, shepherd.
I stand
Good
here,
day.
wait for the fan. Phoebe.
I mean, 'tis that not Antonio? And yet here am I, dressed as a youth. He shall not recognize me as his love Cecilia, but will only see a young man, and yet he lives. My heart soars even now. Oh, how will this fetch?
Tell me, barkeep.
Sir, dost I not know thee?
I am certain that I know you not. I am new to this island, and I
I am new to this island as well.
For we both fight over the fair Phoebe.
'Tis true, for my love for her is bigger than any woman I have ever seen before.
My love for her is bigger than any ocean that has ever been an ocean before.
My love is bigger than Neptune himself, who created the ocean.
I say again, the two of you must cease your prattling. I am but a simple shepherdess, and thy flowery speeches do jumble in my head and speak not well for either of you.
Phoebe, I can be simple.
I will speak no more.
Is this true? Doth Antonio love another? Hath it happened so easily that he would, with thinking that I am drowned but a few days, that he would give his heart to another? Oh, a heart that could be so easily won cannot be won to keep. I say thee, sir, dost thou love this lady?
Dost thou love this lady? Doth the sun rise each morn and set each night? Doth the moon come big every 28 days and then small, thus 28 more?
Doth the heavens not hold all the stars in them and parent the stars as they sparkle and spin?
Doth not words come out of my mouth as I speak them right now?
And yet, I say to thee, sir, I think you are false.
Say you, a man who know not me with my truth, how would you know me in my false?
Hast thou ever loved another?
I have had women in my life that I have felt affection for.
I'm a simple man. I've only known one love.
Affection, thou sayest. Only affection?
Affection, yes, but for love, for love, I have not.
Thou dost lie, for I do see thy engagement ring on thy finger, for thou hast had a love. I have only had one love, and that love is Phoebe. For you were married, or going to be married to some maid.
Ha! Once again, I shall do you a duel. We shall.
Put down my staff.
What is this? I have come upon this scene, and much is happening here. There is a fight, and two women. Oh dear. I fear that I, Babel, have come upon where everything has hit the fan. Out, cur! Please,
Babel,
my lord.
must I come to a lowly tavern to clean up your mess?
My lord, would you like a drink?
What hast thou done this time? For thy had an assignment was given to blow the flower dust on the one you simple shepherd there. And yet,
Sir,
two men are possessed.
'tis true. Sir, for when you said, pardon me, ma'am. Pardon me. Oh, there's people here. For when you sent me to the meadow thus to find one man laying on the ground, when I came, I saw two bodies lay pat on the ground, and so thought to myself, why not both get the flower? For both should see love, should they look upon it? No, I was not to know that both would look upon one, and both one would find love.
But this, Bevel, thou hast done well.
Thou hast.
Not exactly, but this here be the fair Antonio.
Tis Antonio. Antonio, whom I was to bring to the island. See, Lord, I have done it.
Go to the meadow, fetch the fairest flower of yellow color. Thou shalt know it by its 3 petals that sparkle and smell good. You shall take this flower and undo the spell on both men, for they shall find love. For it is right here. All they need is the confidence to speak. Well, the shepherd as well, but Antonio just needs to know his love is near.
I will do this, my lord. You will inhale, and before you exhale, I shall be.
Thou hast come back. And while we have frozen this scene of all these people,
I shall dance about, and shall put in the eyes of all of them the flower that shall undo this.
only the ones that you have put the spell on. That be the shepherd and the fair Antonio.
Of course, my lord, I knew this. What say you, good man?
Yeah, stay away from me and stay away from Phoebe.
Phoebe? Of course I would stay away from Phoebe. I know not.
She brings me cheese. She loves me.
Good
You
sir.
love another.
Good sir.
Is apparent by thy very ring on thy finger.
Sir, I assure you.
Do not fight me.
I assure you I am to sheathe my sword.
For I have fallen victorious on this battle. Fair Phoebe, wouldst thou be mine? I do see thee. I just lack the courage to tell you these things from my heart. For, dear Phoebe, yours are the fairest sheep in the meadow, and your eyes like pools of lovely water. Oh, I'm a simple man, Phoebe, I love thee.
And I love thee as a simple man, Phoebe. I need not flowery speeches. I need only thy true heart and a man to eat my cheese and hold my hand as I walk through my life.
Happier I have never been. For Phoebe, you can be my kin.
And you shall be my kid.
And we shall live these days happily, simply.
I did think that love's labors were lost, but it doth seem Then all ends well.
It does seem so.
Shall we to the meadow? For I have a basket filled with cheeses.
Come on. Shall we go?
Aye. 'Tis good to see love when does my heart well, for I shall see life alone.
Was thou enchanted, sir, that thou didst speak so before about the shepherdess?
I think it's so, my lord, my sir, if for the effects are still with me, my head does not see clearly, for sir, I was enchanted. I know not what became of me then.
Perhaps you have not a true heart to be such easily enchanted thus.
Oh,
I ask thee, sir, hast thou ever truly loved?
oh, hast thou loved? You tell me if I have a heart or not, and I will tell you. I had a heart, and it beat with so much life and love. Until the day I lost my love. And since then I have had but a rock, a hole in my chest. The air will be filled again. For this hole I shall take with me to the end of my days, for my love is perished at sea, and I have to.
What is the name of thy love, sir?
Cecilia. My sweet, sweet Cecilia.
What would you say, sir, if I said to you that I could present your love, this Cecilia, to thee?
I would say, lie to me not, for I would cut thy throat, because I am a man who has been enchanted and come to and found myself in this tavern without my love. I have been through a lot.
I say to thee, sir, that I have been on this island some time and have had learned some enchantments, and I do say to thee, I can bring thy Celia to thee, if thou continues to have faith. If thy heart is not faithful, then she shall not be bestowed upon you. But if you love truly, then she shall come to you.
Truly I love. For truly I love, as true as I breathe the air that is coming into my lungs in this moment.
I give thee a testament, Sarah. Thou shalt to the beach, and thou shalt pray before the moon, whose shadowy blush shines a light down onto the beach where the stars do twinkle. And if thou vows to pledge thyself most truthfully and honorably to this Cecilia, she shall come to thee.
Then I shall awake to the beach. I shall see if these words fall pat. And if not, I shall find thee, and you shall lead me to her.
Fair lad.
Sir, I did not see thee there.
Forgive me for thy face is a remembrance of another in my life.
I hope it was a happy remembrance, sir. I would not want to bring sadness to anyone.
Yes. A happy memory indeed. It was. What is your business here?
I cannot tarry, sir, I must say to thee, for I have a mission that I must complete, and to do that I must away.
Oh, yes. Fare thee well then.
Perhaps we shall meet again.
Perhaps. Face, those eyes.
Tis with the sand and the water from the ocean that I give thee to the moon, the beams that shine down upon me now this night, upon my face. My sweet Antonio, me, sweet Antonio. Must greet my sweet Cecilia. And it is in this time that I tell you, fullest moon, goddess Luna, that I love Cecilia, and only Cecilia, for mine eyes were
Ronaldo, 'tis true. I have found Antonio even now. Perhaps thou shalt still find thy captain. I must change into my women's weeds and to the shore to be reunited with my sweet Antonio.
Art thou sure?
Yes, wish me well, dearest friend.
Oh, dear friend, I wish thee all the fortune that one can wish.
I await.
I for but should see the brightness in my eyes is so bright. And now my mind has been enchanted, for I fear I found myself on the shore, as if this were to bring my love to me. Silly thought. I must away alone.
Nay, not alone.
If you are a vision, tell me now, for I cannot take another disappointment.
'Tis truly myself.
My Cecilia.
It is your prayers to the blessed moon that have brought me forth from the sea.
You are alive! You are alive! You are alive, and I am alive, and
I'm sure shall not be pursued by my father, for I'm sure they think that we are perished at sea. So even now, if your heart remains true, may we begin our life together.
Cecilia, I must tell you something. For my heart is true, but let it be known that for a while my eyes were
There are
enchanted.
things that thou dost not need to share. For this island doth bring enchantments, and I know to beware. For as long as thou is true to me, and in thy heart will always be, then together you and I can be wed and stay alive.
'Tis how I would want it to be, for any other way would not be me. And you. Let us find
We must find a ship to take us to Milan so that we may be wed.
with my mom. Tis I, Babel, here to gather the entire crew of the ship. Yeah. Come, sirs. Come join, Lord. We shall get them all. They do live. I have found them all. Cook! All right. Oh, here comes the you. Come.
Oh, that's a cabin boy. Oh, well, dear boy. Oh, dear boy. Oh, you were trapped. Alas, me heart is ready to look off. Cabin boy, so good
I think we were dead, but we survived somehow. Tis a funeral. I've lost them. For I did see some lad that looked like my last love, my only love. I saw some lad in boots this high and appointments to make.
Antonio, stay a while. I shall return.
And
My love, do not keep me waiting long. I shall be here.
Good sir. Good day.
Stay.
know thy face.
I must confess, sir, 'tis true that we did meet before, where I did not look as I do.
Thou wert dressed as a man.
'Tis true. Forgive me, sir, for such adventures did impose upon me that brought me to
Thou
change
dost
my countenance.
not need to explain thyself. My eyes are happy to see thee, for sit down.
Wouldst thou have me sit here, sir?
I fear there's some news upon thee.
Even now, I was to leave the
You are
inn.
Celia, not?
I am, sir. How dost thou know my name?
'Tis difficult to say. 'Tis a joy to see thee. 'Tis a mystery thou wilt think me a madman to hear the story that I am about to tell. For this story shall take 4 to 5 hours. Yet I will tell it. So.
And so we shall today see matrimony upon this beach, and a family reunited, a court brought back together, and all because of Babel.
All has gone quite well for Antonio. He has found his lost love while I still wander this isle in search of my crew
Oh, Celia.
and Ronaldo.
Celia, I'm so happy for you on your wedding day. For it is a miracle to see you come all this way, from being drowned
But
to
soft,
surviving to wearing men's clothes
do I
and now
see
this.
a ghost? Could it be? Art thou truly Ronaldo, my first mate?
Art thou truly, oh, Captain, my Captain.
I did hope to hear those words from your lips once more. It is true, you are solid flesh.
And you are solid flesh as well. You live.
I do. I live now more than I have. Though I did walk this earth, I was not truly alive until even now when I did see thy face.
For we shall set sail again on many a ship, or walk among many a pasture.
Yes. As long as you are always by my side,
I shall never leave thee.
all shall be well. And hark! The crew! We are reunited!
Some magic has happened. There, we thought thou hast perished.
We found our way here, sir, but we
Hardly, my dears. Let us to the wedding! Let us to the wedding!
Yes, the weddings will be merriment to be had.
Today we honor these two, for they shall be stuck together like glue. Never apart shall they be, for 2 and 2, 1 and 1, always see. The other's eyes are their comfort. And for this we shall always know that here is a marriage that will last forever, and forever we shall go. Dost thou take this fine man, Antonio?
Do you?
I do.
I hereby declare you